Okay, so here I am again on Halo Infinity. And honestly, I don't know whether to recommend this game or to say no one should ever play it. I'm legit torn on it. Because as much as I love the open world concept of it, like, going over, taking over places, like, I like that. But at the same time, honestly, I probably would have preferred levels. And one thing I hate about this game is that they have boss battles. Halo is not about fucking boss battles. In Halo, everyone is equal. All of the enemies. Like, yeah, they try to do it with Tartarus in Halo 2, and that was fucked up. That's why they never tried it again, because they tried it in Halo 2. No one liked it. Or at least I didn't care for it. And now they're trying to do it, like, all over with Halo. Like, they're trying to add boss battles and make Halo this, like, RPG. Like, no, that is not what Halo is about. Quit fucking things up. Like, seriously, I've said this before and I will say it again. I wish they would have brought me on as a beta tester for this. So I could have told them, no, this is stupid. Design some levels, you fucking hacks. I think I said this in my last video, one of my other videos, where, like, the first Halo game, that was fucking incredible. Every level was just something different. Well, almost every level. I know in the later levels you get sort of the same thing, but even then still a little bit different. Hey, I turned music off. What the fuck? You can't start throwing in music. Fuck, I'll mute my TV then. You can't start throwing shit in. Like, if I'm. And this motherfucker here, like, this is what I'm talking about. Boss battles. I didn't even show the previous one. There were two of them. And that dude was over there firing shit at me. Like, I like the powers. I like what they've done with the abilities. That is something that I will genuinely say is good, and I will defend it and say that it is good. It is a very good addition. But I do not like the bosses. Like, you don't need to add bosses to Halo. Halo was already badass without it. It was already difficult enough without y'all adding fucking super people. That's literally what they are. They're super people. You can't kill them. Like, even if you take down their shield, like, oh, somehow, some way, they're better than the other brutes. That's something that's kind of always been an interesting thing about bosses, you know? But there was always some sort of explanation as to what makes them so special. Why are they so difficult to beat? You know, there was usually some sort of explanation to that. But here, in Halo fucking 6, nope, they're just tougher. They just are, you know? Like, ooh, yeah, I guess you could say, oh, they're captains of the banished, so they have better shit. But it's like, no, that's stupid. Because if they had better shit, why not outfit all of their troops with it? Why only certain people? They're a fucking army. Armies outfit their soldiers with the best shit available. That's kind of the thing. And he has two weapons. He has two weapons. One is a fucking grenade launcher, and the other is a sniper. Like, did you see that? One shot, and I barely had my head out for less than a second. And boom, I'm right back where I started. Now I have to kill all of those other brutes, all of those other fucking things. Because otherwise, it's so fucking difficult. Because if I don't... Like, look at this fucker. It's like he knows where I'm at. Like, I feel like video games nowadays are just designed by people that either don't play video games or don't like people that play video games. Or either don't like people that play video games. Like, no one who plays video games would ever design something like this. No one who's ever really played games would ever design an enemy like this. Like, what the fuck did he just even do to me? He literally just launched at me. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, no one who plays a video game would be like, oh, that's a great thing to add. Like, only assholes who think they know what gamers want would add shit like that. Like, oh, let's make every game fucking super difficult. It's like, no. Like, if you want a super difficult game, go play Dark Souls or something. And I get, like, yeah, okay, I'm playing it on Legendary, so it should be difficult. But, like, this is ridiculous. When you add in bosses and shit, like, it's just fucking stupid. Honestly, that's the only word I can use to describe it. It's just fucking stupid. Like, it's ridiculously difficult. Like, this isn't fucking Dark Souls. It doesn't need to be, like, I shouldn't have to die 15 times and run and hide just to figure out a way to fucking beat these people. And what was that? It took like 18 shots to the head. Like, what the fuck? It's just stupid. Like, honestly. Like, I'm all for difficult games, but there's a line. There's a line where it goes from difficult to just absurd. Like, when did brutes become cowards? Why are they running away from everything? Like, I get it. I mean, I get that. Like, yeah, it's like, okay, they don't want to get shot at. That makes sense. But it's still, at the same time, it's like they're fucking brutes. Why aren't they running at me? Why aren't they trying to figure out where that shit gunfire is coming from? Like, look at that dude. I hadn't even shot at him, and he was already running to hide. Like, what the fuck is up with this shit? It's like they just want to make the game more difficult. It's just stupid. Like I said, I don't know whether to recommend this game or say that nobody should play it. Like, honestly. Because, I mean, look at that fucker. He's in a fucking chopper. I have to get him out of that chopper to even stand a chance. Did you see that? He practically killed me just while I was getting into the fucking thing. Like, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. That brute just fucking ran away. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they're fucking brutes. Oh, come the fuck on. Are you kidding me? Where the fuck was he? And how did he know where I was? That's another thing. They just know where I'm at. They're just like, oh, he's over there now. No matter, like, oh my fucking god, and I'm right back to here. All the way back at the beginning. That's another thing. This game's autosaves are completely fucked up. They are. And it wouldn't let me fucking, like, you saw how I was jumping right there trying to fucking do it? It wouldn't let me do that. Wouldn't let me fucking do the thing right there. This game is so fucked. You know what? No. I just made my decision. Don't get this game. It fucking sucks. There are too many goddamn problems. And not only that, here's the thing. Gaming companies and shit nowadays, they just use people that buy the game as beta testers. They don't get beta testers anymore. That's why they're like, oh, the multiplayer's in beta now. Because they're just using people to beta test it. They're just trying to get free beta testers. They don't want people to come in and actually tell them what the game's like. And that's another problem with Halo, is that they've tried to focus too much on multiplayer. Way too much. Halo did not become one of the most popular games ever because of multiplayer. It became one of the most popular games ever because of its incredible story. Like, multiplayer was cool, yeah, it was great, but like, it was the story that really brought people in. How great everything was about it. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Bosses. You want to put a boss in a fucking vehicle? Like, who designed this? What asshole was like, oh, this will be great. It'll be super difficult, and it'll be almost like fucking super difficult to get through. People will love it. No, I don't. I'm a massive fan of Halo. I've been playing since I was a kid. It was the first game I ever fucking beat. And I think that it is fucking stupid that you... Look at that. What the fuck is that? I can't even touch this dude. I can't even go near him. It is absolute bullshit. Whoever designed this game should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. But they're not. They don't give a fuck about people, about players. All they're like is like, ooh, I got to put my idea in this game. I thought it would be cool if Halo had bosses. Why? Halo doesn't need bosses. It never has. And it detracts from the realism of the game. Like, why are these dudes so tough? What the fuck makes them so special? Nothing. They're just regular ass brutes. Like, what the fuck was that? I was literally airborne, flying through the air. This game sucks. No, do not get Halo Infinity. Don't. It just fucking sucks. It's stupid. It's a stupid game. Like, why should I have to go through and do all of this bullshit? Oh, I gotta take over this place. No, give me levels. This is lazy ass design work. They were just like, oh, let's put a bunch of rocks and broken down ships everywhere and pylons. Like, no, this is fucking lazy. Like, go back and look at the first game. Basically, like I said, every level was different. It was something new and interesting. A human spaceship. A crazy alien installation. You know, an alien ship. Like, every fucking level in the first game is unique in its own way. Even the levels that, like, where you're going through old, like, other levels. Like in, I think it starts in level 9. Yeah. No. Level 8. When you go back through the snow area. Okay, even that. It's like you're going through it in a different context. You know, you're going through it backwards, pretty much. And you're doing all this different stuff. That's kind of a repeat of an old level. But level 9, when you go back into a different Covenant ship, and then you're in like the canyon area too, that's a whole different take. Like, The first Halo is better than this one. That's all I gotta say. And that is extremely disappointing. If they wanted to make a good Halo game, they should have made it level based. You know, like every other fucking Halo has been. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the concept of the Master Chief being dumped into an enemy rich area where the enemy is taking over all this shit. You know, I like that concept where you go in and retake over shit. It's an interesting idea, but as like but it would have worked better if it was levels, if it was level based. That's honestly my opinion. That is my opinion, and I will stick by that. Like, I truly believe that this game would have been 10 times better if it would have been level based. If it would have had levels. Like, I literally don't even care to play this game. And Halo is like my favorite game of all time. At least one of it. It was the first game that I ever owned and played on my Xbox. It is very near and dear to my heart. Like, when this game was announced, like when Halo Infinity was announced and it was coming out, I was incredibly excited. I was excited to see what they would... Are you fucking kidding me? Where the fuck did he come from? That's what I'm talking about. That's another thing. They have all these different fucking, like, enemy types. Like, oh, we got the berserker fucking people. We've got this and that. It's like, no, fuck off. That is not what... Quit trying to be fucking Assassin's Creed or whatever and have different level types. Quit trying to copy. Halo doesn't need to copy other fucking games. It was already awesome. Like, it was already badass. It was already one of the greatest and most recognizable games ever of all time. And they want to be like, people that are making it now want to come in and be like, no, we can make it better. No, what? That is a level of arrogance that I can scarcely comprehend. What the fuck makes you think that you can come in and be like, oh, you can come in at the fucking 23rd hour and be like, oh no, we can make it better. No, you fucking can't. Because it was already great. You can't improve on something that's already perfect. Halo had a very simplistic and very easy gameplay. And now, as much as I love the addition of the... Like, I love the addition of the power-ups and everything. Like, I think they were great. I think it's a good... I think that it is an addition that works. One thing I don't like is all these fucking brutes sprinting away from me. I don't like it when enemies run away from me. Especially when their entire species is based around brutality and fighting. It's like, why are you would not be running away from me. You wouldn't be running away from a fucking fight. Like, that is antithetical to the entire brute philosophy. They're called brutes for fuck's sake. I know that their actual species designation is Jarlhane or whatever, however it's pronounced, but fuck me. They're called brutes for a fucking reason. I don't think they should be running away from a fight, and that's literally what they do in this. And I get the whole self-preservation, like, okay, yeah, no idiot would just sit there and like get shot. But I feel as though, holy shit, that was a badass swing right there. I know how to use this grapple gun. And it's like, okay, I've taken down his shield. Now I'm shooting him in the head. And he wasn't dying. I was shooting him in the fucking head. I took down his shield. But no, that wasn't enough. I had to take down his fucking collar. Because apparently a collar protects your fucking neck, fucking head. Like, how does that work? Just, like, riddle me that, Batman. How does that work? How does a collar protect your fucking head from headshots? Like, what? This is one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever seen. Like, you're literally gonna sit there and tell me, like, no. His collar protected him from headshots. What? How the fuck does that make sense? Like, in what way does that... Oh, fuck, balls. See what I'm saying? I like the grapple. I like that shit. It's very Master Chief. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like something that the Chief would do. Like, yeah, this is absolutely absurd. I shouldn't have to go through all of this just to beat one boss. And that's all it like, there were two bosses originally, yes. What the fuck is that? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone into that, but like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, I've said before, there's a difference between making a game difficult and just being absurd. Like, look at that. I'm now way back here. How is that fair? I have killed dozens of, like, at least half a dozen brutes. A couple grunts. How is it fair that they put me all the way back here? Now it's like, okay, now I have to kill all of those fucking people again. That is absolute fucking bullshit. The autosaves in this game are fucking trash. Like, they really are. That is one of my biggest problems. That is probably my biggest problem with this game, is the autosaves. Whoever designed it, whoever fucking did the thing, or whatever, they need to go back to school. They need to fucking learn how to make a game. They need to play other games, for one. Because, again, I feel as though the people that make games nowadays, they've never played a game before. Like, they don't... How could they have? With these being such shit. I mean, seriously. Like, it's just preposterous. How could they have possibly have played a game before? Like, or they've only played shitty games. Like, seriously, you can... No one who's ever played a game before would ever design an enemy or a level like this. Like, it's just absolute horseshit. Like, what the fuck? Why are my enemies hiding from me? They're hiding from me. This fucking proud warrior race is hiding from me. They're literally hiding from me. Like, what the fuck? That is the complete opposite of what the brute should be. Like, what the shit? Not only that, you've got this boss, an actual boss in a fucking vehicle that shoots. Like, it's a like, what the fuck? No one who loves Halo would have made a level like this. No one who loves Halo would be like, hey, let's make a fucking super hard level where you have a boss that is in a vehicle that shoots shit, that has super fucking strong ammo. Like, no one who's ever played Halo would ever do that. Like, that's why I literally feel like video games are being made by people who hate video games and hate the people that play them. That is the only reason I could ever see this bullshit getting made. Because this is fucking bullshit. Like, as I've said before, I have beaten every single Halo game on Legendary, and it was not this fucking difficult. They made it super difficult, and I feel like the reason they did that was just so people would be like, oh, fuck this game sucks. So that they could work on something else or some shit. I don't know. I don't know why they did it, but they made they've been making the hunters way more difficult for some reason. Like, it used to be, in the first game, all you needed was a magnum and good timing to beat the hunters. Now, you need to dump an entire fucking gun's worth of ammo into them. Like, they're just, the people that are making Halo now, I feel like they've never played Halo, they don't like Halo, and they don't like the people that play Halo. That is how I feel. As a massive fan of Halo, Halo was literally my first game. It was the first game I ever owned, first game I ever beat. Like, Halo is probably my favorite game of all time. And I feel like the people that made this Halo dislike me. I feel like the people that made this Halo and the last Halo don't like me. They don't like people that play Halo. They don't like Halo. They wanted to be game designers, but they wanted to work on something else. Honestly, that is what I feel. That is me personally. Like, the people that made this game don't like Halo, and they don't like people that play Halo. That is my personal opinion. Based on what the fuck I have seen and the game that I have been playing. Like, if you go back and look, like, how are the graphics for this game worse than Halo 2? I'll tell you. It's because the people that made Halo 2, the anniversary edition of Halo 2, loved the game. They had a genuine, like, interest in the game. They genuinely cared for it. But now when you get to Halo 5 and even Halo 4, you just get into people who just don't give a fuck. They're just trying to make a game. They're just trying to put their message into this game. They're literally just trying to get famous so they can make the game they want. This wasn't the game that they wanted to make. So now they want to, like, make it shitty, but, like, kind of okay enough. So that they, like, get enough credit to make their own game. Like, that's how I feel. Like, the past 2 Halo games have just been... Actually, the past 3 Halo games have just been fucking ridiculous. Halo 4 was... It had some good gameplay, but the story was just silly. Halo 5 was absolutely atrocious. They tried to switch out the Master Chief. They tried to change the Master Chief and switch him out for a more diverse character in Spartan Locke. Oh, they wanted to make, let's make Spartans black. Let's make the main Spartan black, I suppose. Like, it's like, what the fuck? The Master Chief is one of the most recognizable video game characters of all fucking time. And y'all want to swap him out? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, seriously. Anyone who had any fucking... I don't like to talk bad about people. But anyone who had any sort of, like, input on Halo 5, if y'all didn't say that, hey, this is stupid and people are going to hate it, like, people aren't going to like this story, then you should be disappointed in yourself. Because no, Halo 5 was an absolute letdown, story-wise. Gameplay? Yeah, I liked the gameplay in Halo 5. But the story was absolutely stupid. which sucks for a Halo game because guess what? That's what Halo is fucking based on. It's story. That's what made Halo great. It's story. It's multiplayer. Quit trying to be fucking Fortnite or whatever. Quit trying to be some multiplayer game where you have all these. We got all these different skins. Keep playing the game so you can keep getting these skins. Fuck off. Make a good goddamn Halo game. Make it have a good story, and just give me the skins. I don't want to have to work and try, and that's why your game is suffering, because y'all made people work and try and get just to get skins for the game, just to get effects, just to get weapon shit. It's stupid. That's not what Halo's about. Don't make it about keep playing the game and you can get this weapon skin or this character skin and this color fuck off. Shut up. Shut up, 343 Industries. Just shut the fuck up. Quit trying to be all, we're cool and hip. Let's make the game open world. And you have an open world. Like, they made Halo, and they literally made Halo an open world RPG. That is not what Halo is about. Halo is a level-based game. There's nothing wrong with level-based games. Why the fuck did y'all fuck up a formula that was perfectly goddamn fine? Why? Let me tell you why. It's because y'all thought that you were better than Halo. Y'all were like, my ideas are better. I can improve this game that's already massively critically acclaimed and one of the most recognizable games of all fucking time. Like, I can make it better. How fucking arrogant, how fucking ignorant does someone have to be to come in and say, I can make this better? An already established, massively successful franchise. They come in and they're like, I can make it better by pushing what I think should be into it. Fuck you. Fuck everyone that made this game. Honestly, that is hard for me to say. I don't like talking bad about people. I'm a very nice person, and I like to see the best in people. But no, y'all fuck, and anyone that's like, people put work into this. You should respect the fact that people put work into this. No, fuck that. I will not respect anyone's fucking work to destroy the things that I love and respect. Because that's all it is. They've invented Star Wars, they've invented Doctor Who. Those were franchises that I loved and cared for. And the people that were in charge of them did not give any love, they did not give any care, they did not give any respect to what came before. So no, I will not respect their efforts. Fuck them. Fuck. And you know what? This is hard for me to say. It really is. But fuck anyone that enjoys their efforts. Because all their efforts have been is to tear down what was and to build up their own bullshit. So fuck anyone who has ever been affiliated with any of this. I don't care if it's video games like Halo, like they have fucked up Halo. I don't care if it's Star Wars. I don't care if it's Star Trek, which I've barely watched. But I do enjoy. All that I've watched is I've watched half of the original series and a bit of The Next Generation, and I found it incredibly great. So yeah, if people are fucking that up, I haven't watched any of the new Trek, but if people are fucking that up, then fuck them too. I'm sick and tired of people thinking that they can go in and change what an already established thing was. Like Doctor Who, for instance, great example. They literally thought that they could go in and change something that had been already established for like fucking over 50 years. The arrogance of that is appalling. It really is. It is appalling. Like, imagine if you got a job to write for Star Wars or Star Trek, whatever your favorite franchise is, Lord of the Rings, whatever. And then as soon as you got the job, you were like, hey, I could change things in this. I could make it about me and my politics and what I like and what I think is right. That is the level of arrogance that the people that are writing all of these franchises think. And it's just this massive middle finger to all of the people that have loved these franchises for so long. Some of them decades. It's just the fuck you know. I know what's best. My ideas are better than anything that could have come before. Fuck off. I had something I was gonna say, but I forgot. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say about Halo and Halo Infinity. Like, look at that. These bosses are fucking learning, and they're going to places where they can hit me. Like, why is he all the way? Like, what the fuck? How is he over there? He's moving. Like, no. It is stupid. Halo doesn't need boss battles. That was my main point. Like, this is fucking stupid. If they would have brought me on as a beta tester, which I've said before, I'll beta test games for free. I will. Like, I really will. I will beta test games for free as long as they take my input seriously and understand that I know. Like, how the fuck does he know? How the fuck did he know where I'm at? And as soon as, like, what the fuck? How the, like, this is stupid. Like, I'm all for difficult games, but the reasons that they're difficult matter. Like, if a game is difficult because the enemies always know where I'm at and are fucking 10 times harder than they should be, and they're bosses, and like that's just fucking stupid for me. Like, that's stupid. For me personally, I feel as though that's fucking stupid. Like, for them to always know where I'm at, always know what I'm doing, always, like, being 10 times tougher than every other character that is the exact same species as them. I mean, that's fucking stupid. Like, if anyone could explain to me how that's not stupid, go ahead. Please do. Explain to me how having bosses in Halo makes sense. Like, yeah, I get, they have a tougher shield. But that's fucking different. That's what Tartarus had. Like, and okay, that final battle, that was terrible. That was fucking stupid. There was no need for that. He's just a fucking brute. This is Halo. Just shoot him in the goddamn head. I hate when they substitute realism for, like, video game shit. Well, it's like, oh, let's add a boss. Let's make him super tough. Why? It's fucking Halo. He's just another brute. There's zero reason to have a boss in Halo. It makes zero sense. They're just trying to make Halo more of a video game than it was. Like, Halo was pretty realistic for what it was. But now they're just like, oh, let's add upgrades and let's make it an open world RPG. Let's have boss battles. Like, fuck off. Like, what the fuck were y'all thinking? Who tested this game and was like, oh yeah, it's great? Anyone that did, you're a shill. You know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, no, this game should have been completely different. should have been way better. There should be no boss battles. This is fucking Halo. It's a first-person shooter game. It's like adding bosses in Call of Duty. Like, no. It's a fucking war game. You're a soldier. You're fighting against other enemy soldiers. Yeah, they might have better technology. They might have shields and shit. But at the end of the day, they're just normal fucking aliens. And their heads can be fucking exploded with a single goddamn bullet. Like, no, this boss shit is stupid.